Thank you for joining us today to learn more about how Girl Scouts of Southwest Texas is launching into the 21st century to move at the speed of girls. The Customer Engagement Initiative, also known as CEI, is a movement to assist new and seasoned leaders alike in building girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Let's discover what CEI will do for our volunteers, our organization, and most importantly, our girls. Here to introduce us to the impact of CEI is Major General Angie Salinas, CEO of Girl Scouts of Southwest Texas.
As your CEO and a fellow Girl Scout, I'm thrilled to introduce the rollout of the Girl Scouts of the USA's Integrated Technology Platform, CEI, Customer Engagement Initiative. It has a lot of moving pieces that will forever change our internal way of work and will provide caregivers and volunteers with the resources they need, when and how they need it. Our goal is to provide a nationally consistent, high-quality leadership experience for all Girl Scouts. Now, I've had the chance to work alongside this generation of Girl Scouts, and I've seen many girls and volunteers who are making the world a better place. Our girls are high energy, fast-paced, and excited to impact their communities. This generation of Girl Scouts isn't slowing down. They're blasting off to take on new challenges and achieve higher goals. I enjoy this opportunity, and I hope that you'll take full advantage of this opportunity.
It's crucial that volunteers and caregivers are equipped to move at the speed of girls, spending more time guiding girls and less on administration and logistics. This new resource will offer greater organization, simpler meeting plans, easier communication, and will put us light years ahead of where we were before. The mission of CEI is to equip our hardworking volunteers so they spend less time on planning and spend more time helping our girls reach for the stars. Today we will be looking at the launch of the new CEI Volunteer Systems and Toolkit. So sit back, buckle up, and get ready to blast off at the speed of girls.
CEI is made up of 3 sections that all work together to create the Customer Engagement Initiative. The 3 interlocking hands represent each one of those sections: Volunteer Systems, the Volunteer Toolkit, and the Web Platform. You'll learn about each section as we go along. The first segment of CEI is the blue hand representing Volunteer Systems. What you see here is the process of Volunteer Systems. It's the way that we implement the girl and volunteer experience. As a new or returning member, you can access Volunteer Systems through the Girl Scouts of Southwest Texas website. You'll then be able to complete your annual registration online, view the Troop Opportunity Catalog, and select how you plan to participate in Girl Scouting. Now you're wondering, how does Volunteer Systems help you as a leader and a volunteer? We'll tell you. As a new volunteer, there are low barriers to entry, an intuitive sign-up process, and instant troop and pathways participation. Traditionally, a new volunteer is often recruited from a new member event or rally at a school or a church, and sometimes that excited volunteer has to wait weeks or up to 2 months before they've assembled their troop members and meet for the very first time. Volunteer Systems streamlines that important onboarding process for new volunteers from as many as 30 to 60 days to as few as 5 to 10 days. You can get signed up immediately and on your own time. No need to worry about being contacted or contacting staff at council. It's all done by you according to your schedule. The sign-up process itself is easy and similar to most sign-up processes you'll see online today. After you've gotten your new membership, you'll receive further instructions to guide you through the leadership training required for the role that you've chosen, as well as assistance with your next steps. There are even emails that help you through the process if you get stuck and need assistance, or alerts that inform council staff when to call a new volunteer and offer help. When you select your troop from the Opportunity Catalog, information is sent to the leader and they're able to get you started right away. Volunteer Systems also helps you as a returning volunteer. With Volunteer Systems, administrative matters are easy and quick to handle. The troop registration process is a breeze, and you can connect with parents easily through the Volunteer Systems. Let's take another look at the Opportunity Catalog, because this is an essential step for the successful rollout of the new system. The Troop Opportunity Catalog is an innovative way to get involved with Girl Scouting. This screenshot shows how new and returning members can see troop and volunteer options they have in their area. You can simply search for a particular troop number, or if you don't know a troop number, then you can search for available troops close to your home by zip code. You can sign up for a troop then and there, and you'll be put in contact with the leader so that your Girl Scout experience can begin or continue right away. As a current troop leader, you have the option to participate in the Opportunity Catalog, meaning you open your troop up for new members. This will make recruitment and placement quick and manageable. It's important to note that the Opportunity Catalog is specifically for girl and volunteer troop placement. Other pathways can be accessed outside of the catalog. To sign up or opt out of the Opportunity Catalog, visit the Girl Scouts of Southwest Texas website or follow the link at the end of this training. Volunteer Systems is user-friendly and makes traversing the administrative landscape easier than ever, thus increasing membership registration and retention. Another benefit is that it helps our organization collect good data. This sample graph represents everybody who gets stuck somewhere in the registration process. With Volunteer Systems, we're able to see where people have fallen through the cracks and help them get back on track faster. We'll know what our potential members need help with when they need it. No more repeat calls or emails to council that may make a new volunteer or caregiver frustrated. Volunteer Systems will also bring a new staff structure that's set up to provide volunteers with the best support they can have right when they need it. Our new structure fosters staff accountability, which we know can sometimes frustrate volunteers and caregivers. You'll receive consistent answers early on, and you'll not be transferred over and over again to different departments. When the staff work with a volunteer, they leave a fingerprint in the system which holds the staff accountable for all calls, emails, and conversations. There are also checks in place to ensure that you receive timely responses to your questions. When everyone follows the process, it provides the best service to members and works like a dream. Each employee is more specialized in their field and will be better equipped to help you with your specific needs. When you call Girl Scouts of Southwest Texas, the automated system will allow a staff member to refer you to the person with the correct answer if your question can't be answered by the knowledgeable employee answering your call. Here's an example. A mother contacts us after registering her daughter online. She has a question about Girl Scouts. When she calls, the new customer care department will answer her question using a bank of common questions and answers. If they cannot answer her question, customer care will make a note in the system, referring the mother to speak with the appropriate staff member. The automated system will set alerts to remind the staff about her question and ensure the mother receives a return call or email shortly. If the mother emails, it heads right to customer care and they respond within a set time frame, or else forward the message to the right people on the first try. This way, nobody's bouncing between departments, not knowing who can answer their question, and waiting days or weeks for a response. Sounds pretty great, huh?
The Volunteer Toolkit is a new system streamlined to make the volunteer experience as easy and fun as possible. This online platform will equip troop leaders and parents to spend less time on logistics and more time on adventuring with their Girl Scouts. Let's start off with hearing a little bit about the Volunteer Toolkit from our friends at different councils who are already using CEI.
The K-5 Customer Engagement Initiative has been a game changer for our council and for all the councils that are implementing it as we go into the next 8 to 10 months. Essentially, it has streamlined every process that we have. It's given us the ability to work not only as a staff in a streamlined manner, but also with our volunteers and our girls and our caregivers.
I know for sure that a brand new troop leader will be so happy to have the toolkit.
I think it's going to be an excellent introduction for volunteers into the system and to get them in quickly.
One thing our volunteers have told us is they want to spend more time with the girls and less time on administrative duties, and this is really going to help them do that.
So the Volunteer Toolkit is stocked with resources that really makes it easy to be a leader. As a leader, I'm a very busy person, and I'm fitting this in because it's something I truly believe in that's going to make a difference in my daughters' lives and their friends.
It shortens my time. Really, that's really what the Volunteer Toolkit has really been able to do for us. It's just to shorten the amount of time that we're planning and spending planning for a meeting and be able to actually just enjoy doing the meeting.
Oh my gosh, yes. The Volunteer Toolkit is very accessible. It takes you through all the steps. There's actually an introduction video that really helps you get used to everything. And it really helped me because being a new leader and not really knowing how the new system works, it really made everything just a lot more streamlined and just made my meetings a lot easier.
Our volunteer needs a simple way to deliver Girl Scouting to girls. And it's critical that the processes are a part of that and that the Girl Scout leadership experience is in that. But now with the Volunteer Toolkit in particular, any troop leader of a kindergarten through 5th grade girl can seamlessly and easily online, on her iPad, on her iPhone, plan her troop meetings, get ready for a meeting, grab her shopping list. Everything is intuitive, quick, easy to understand. And for us, that means the type of volunteer we can recruit and retain is different. Our existing volunteers have an easier way to deliver what before was a very cumbersome process. And we know that is going to increase our retention, increase the number of girls that we can serve, and in the end, bring a much higher quality experience to girls.
The toolkit will be a tremendous benefit to troop leaders, volunteers, and caregivers. Troop leaders and volunteers will enjoy 24/7 access to leadership resources, customizable meeting plans, and activity ideas. The toolkit is accessible from many devices, your desktop, smartphone, tablet, you name it. Parents and caregivers will also be able to access the troop calendar, meeting information, and yearly planning, which will help to keep everyone in the troop on the same page and aware of how they can reinforce the lessons learned in troop meetings. Now that we've discussed who this toolkit will help, it's important to review why this toolkit is so important. The purpose of the Volunteer Toolkit is to allow troop leaders to spend more time with girls and less time on administrative duties. When a brand new troop leader is imagining what it will be like to lead a troop, they typically don't imagine the amount of planning involved or the paperwork and policies required to keep girls safe. The toolkit simplifies the troop planning process, creating more efficient communication and empowering both new and current leaders to have more confidence as they step into their leadership roles. The simplicity of the toolkit's user-friendly format will benefit the entire troop because of the improved levels of organization and efficiency. Parents will be able to relate to their girls more effectively. They will have greater access to see what the troop is working on, which will spark conversations with their daughters to reinforce what they are learning. To conclude this section on the Volunteer Toolkit, let's explore one feature that we are especially excited about that will help you immensely in planning your meetings.
When you log into the Volunteer Toolkit for the first time, you'll see year plan options for you and your troop that includes badges and journeys. Each of these is populated with 15 meetings in default order. Just pick any year plan you want to start with. Notice that by the end of meeting 2, your girls will have decided which plan they want to do for the year. If you need to go back and make a change to the year plan you already picked, no problem. Go ahead and click on the Year Plan Library link at the top of the year plan title. This will show you a full listing of year plan options from which you can pick another one of the girls' choices. Once you've picked a year plan, you can even change the order of your meetings. Cool, right? It's simple. Just drag and drop. Do you want to explore more pre-populated meeting choices? Let's do it. Click on the Add Meeting link under the Year Plan tab. This will automatically take you to the full meeting library for all meetings in that grade level. There, you'll see the option to select meeting. And once clicked, that meeting will be added to the bottom of your year plan. Drag and drop the meeting where you want it to go.
The green hand represents the third and final section of the Customer Engagement Initiative. Most of you have already experienced this part of CEI through our new website design, launched in November of 2015. And when CEI goes live this summer, the new website is where you will access the system using your own username and password. What you see here is our CEI rolling release timeline. A rolling release is a continuously developing system implemented in stages that adapts to the ever-changing needs of our Girl Scout community. Our new website has already gone live, and sign-ups for current troops to be a part of the Opportunity Catalog began in January of 2016. The form for current troops to opt in or opt out of the Opportunity Catalog can be found under the CEI tab on the Council website, or by following the link at the end of this training. As you can imagine, there's a lot of work taking place behind the scenes to prepare us to launch the new system. We don't have an exact date for when that happens, but all three parts, Volunteer Systems, Volunteer Toolkit, and the web platform should be available for blast-off to members in the summer of 2016. Now let's look to the future and equip you with the knowledge you'll need to successfully launch into a new era of Girl Scouting.
Here's what you'll need to do before we launch in the summer of 2016. To prepare yourself and your troop for CEI, re-register your membership during the 2017 early bird season between April 1st and May 31st. Registering early will confirm your email address and other contact information to ensure you receive all correspondence about CEI in a timely manner. If that alone doesn't convince you, maybe the awesome prizes will. Stay tuned to learn more about the amazing drawings. You won't want to miss this. Also, make sure to watch for CEI emails you'll be receiving over the next few months. These emails will give you access to register for MyGS, which is the portal for the Volunteer Systems and Volunteer Toolkit. As a side note, make sure to check your spam folder for runaway emails. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see a sample website banner from the Girl Scouts of Southern Arizona Council. This example represents where the MyGS portal will be located on our Southwest Texas website after we go live in the summer of 2016. Now here's what you'll need when we launch. First, you'll need your Volunteer Systems login, which you'll have already created by following the prompts sent to you in the CEI emails. Make sure the email address linked to your Volunteer Systems login is the one you check most often. This will be the #1 way we tell you about upcoming opportunities and deadlines. Temporarily, you'll also need your eBiz login. You'll need to use your current eBiz login to access event, camp, and training registration. You can find this program registration information through the calendar of events on our website. Because of the rolling release of CEI, eventually you will be able to register for programs online using your Volunteer Systems or MyGS login and username. Third, you'll need your product program logins. eBuddy and Digital Cookie will continue to be used for our annual cookie sales. The M2 Media Trophy Nut Ordering System platform will still be used to guide our troop leaders and volunteers through the fall product program. Lastly, our council will continue to use Rallyhood to build and mobilize new areas and communities. Our rally names will change this summer to reflect our new structure.
Let's talk for a few minutes about some updates to our service unit structure. For those who may not know, service units are groups of troops organized geographically to offer a support network for volunteers and unique program opportunities for girls. In Bexar County, most service units are named for the area middle school. Outside of Bexar County, service units are mostly named for a county. Remember our earlier mention of changing the game with good data and being able to provide excellent service to members? All of that is tracked on the system's back end by a girl or volunteer member's zip code. This system requirement made it necessary for a committee, made up of volunteers and staff, to redraw our service unit and regional boundaries. Here you see our council's current 5 regions, called GO teams, easily named by color: blue, orange, pink, purple, and yellow. Each region currently has a staff team assigned to support the functions of recruitment, retention, and program. With the launch of CEI and our new internal way of work, this will all change. But take a deep breath, because we've done a lot of work to make our new structure work even better. To limit confusion during the change, we are introducing new vocabulary. The number of service units will be reduced from 58 to 23 and will no longer be called service units, but will be known as communities. Of course, it's different for each community, but the new community should have hundreds of girls each instead of dozens. Council staff will help support these new communities throughout our transition. We invite girls and volunteers to come together within the next few months to brainstorm and choose a name for their new community. Instead of our current 5 Go Team regions, our 23 new communities will be organized into 6 areas. Pretty simple, right?
This slide shows our current council map compared to our new council map when we launch CEI later this year. The most notable change is to reorganize our more rural areas from large regions to more manageable areas. This recommendation has been made so that volunteers and Girl Scout families from outlying areas will not need to travel more than 1 hour to meet together. Throughout the process of organizing these areas, we partnered alongside a diverse team of dedicated volunteers. We want to recognize the role they played in making sure that these changes will help us better serve our areas and communities in the future. Thank you for your commitment and your insights.
When this new structure is implemented, our volunteers will need to work together in their new community. The same committee of volunteers and staff, who recommended how to redraw our service unit and regional boundaries, also discussed new volunteer positions for communities and areas. A community chair becomes the new volunteer position for many who previously served as service unit directors, or SUDs. It is required that each community have only one community chair. The Nut Expert and Cookie Manager volunteer positions replace the positions of Service Unit Nut Expert, or SUNE, and the Service Unit Cookie Manager, or SUCM. One volunteer in each of these positions is required for each community. However, communities may decide that more than one volunteer in each of these positions is best to maintain a manageable level of support for volunteers. This chart shows other community volunteer positions that are either required or recommended by the Council to support volunteers with specialized events, recruitment of new members, money management, new troop leader coaching, outdoor experiences, and saying thank you for each volunteer's hard work. We realize that you may have questions about how we will roll out our new communities and areas. This is new for all of us, so keep an eye out for information from Council about next steps. With the launch of CEI, our Council staff structure is shifting to better meet the needs of our girls and volunteers. This new structure creates a one-stop shop for troop and volunteer support. No more bouncing between Council staff departments to find the answers you need. Though every staff department is affected by the new structure, the department most relevant to volunteers and caregivers is the new Volunteer Support and Services Department. Here you'll see the 3 segments within Volunteer Support and Services. From left, the Volunteer Support Team is designed to equip and assist volunteers at the community and area level. Next, the Troop Support Team will help guide new and returning troop level volunteers as they guide their girls through all aspects of the Girl Scout leadership experience. Third, the Customer Care Team is the front line of customer service to our members. If they are not able to answer your question or fulfill your request, they will refer you to the staff member who can. We're still working to tweak the new staff structure that will launch on May 31st, so it is possible department and position titles may change. We expect a majority of requests from members will be addressed by this department, and their sole purpose is to provide you with the best support possible. We are so excited for CEI and how it will help us move at the speed of girls. Thank you for all that you do and helping to bring Girl Scouts into the 21st century. If you have questions or want more information about what you learned today, follow the links or email CEI@girlscouts-swtx.org with your inquiries.